Imagine your boss never blinks, literally watching your every micro move, every pause, every side glance, every bathroom break. And now, it's not a human doing the watching, it's a tireless, unblinking machine that never gets bored, never looks away, and never forgets. Welcome to the age of AI snitching. Bossware is no longer just the corporate buzzword. It's here, evolving fast, and it's starting to run the workplace like a game of real-time surveillance chess. Earlier this year, a startup called Optify AI, funded by the prestigious Y Combinator, unveiled an AI system designed to watch factory workers in real time using advanced computer vision. The pitch was simple: mount cameras above assembly lines, feed the footage into AI, and track worker productivity second by second. The AI assigns a live efficiency percentage to each employee, highlighting those who fall behind in bold, attention-grabbing red. In their now infamous demo, they showcased a fictional worker, known only as Number 17, being called out for 11.4 efficiency.
Workspace 17 is the bottleneck, the worst performing workspace here.
Hey, number 17, what's going on, man? You're in red.
I've been working all day.
No context, no nuance, just a damning number on a dashboard. The scene landed like a bad parody sketch, except it wasn't a joke. Within hours, the video went viral for all the wrong reasons. Viewers branded it as sweatshops as a service, digital whip software, and modern slavery with a login screen. The backlash was so intense that Y Combinator scrubbed the demo from its channels, but the damage was done. The concept was out in the open, and people realized this wasn't just theoretical. Optify might have made headlines, but workplace surveillance has been quietly spreading for years. Amazon's warehouses already track every second of a worker's movements. If you stop scanning packages for too long, a system logs time off task. In 2021, investigative reports revealed some drivers were fired not by a human supervisor, but by an algorithm that decided their delivery metrics didn't measure up. Walmart has experimented with AI microphones that listen for checkout theft by analyzing ambient sounds at registers. Call centers use software that detects the tone of your voice, telling you in real time to sound more upbeat. Office workers have reported keystroke monitoring that flags idle time if your keyboard sits silent for more than a few seconds. These systems aren't limited to factories or retail. Remote workers in finance, healthcare, and even creative industries have had productivity trackers installed on their laptops, logging mouse movements, app usage, and screenshotting their desktops at random intervals. This is the new digital foreman. The danger isn't just being watched, it's being judged by an entity that doesn't understand context. Maybe Number 17 slowed down because a machine jammed. Maybe they were helping a colleague, fixing an error, or taking a moment to prevent injury. The AI doesn't care. It doesn't see the full story. It sees numbers, and numbers are all that matter. This isn't management, it's micromanagement on steroids, and it shifts the balance of power in a way that's almost invisible. Workers are no longer negotiating with a human boss who can be reasoned with. They're at the mercy of a black box system whose rules can change overnight. So where could this go next? Well, right now, most bossware focuses on physical activity or computer usage, but the underlying tech is evolving fast, and that's where things get chilling. For instance, always-on facial analysis could score your mood in real time. If you look tired or unfocused, the system could flag you for a performance review, even if you're doing your job well. Or heat mapping AI could track your position in a room and compare it to optimal movement patterns. Imagine losing points for walking too far to fetch tools, even if it's because someone blocked your usual route. How about emotion AI? That could detect micro expressions, those tiny involuntary facial twitches, and interpret them as signs of boredom, frustration, or even dishonesty. How would you defend yourself against a machine that says you looked untrustworthy at 2:14 p.m.? And what about behavioral prediction models? They could decide weeks in advance that you're at risk of quitting and quietly push you out or deny you promotions without ever telling you why. And then there's the bias problem. Facial recognition algorithms have been shown to perform worse on people with darker skin tones, leading to higher false positive rates in law enforcement trials. In the workplace, that could mean certain employees are flagged as underperforming or absent simply because the camera struggles to recognize them in low lighting. Even posture tracking software can have bias. If the AI was trained mostly on tall male bodies, it may misread smaller frames, certain disabilities, or cultural differences in body language. The result? Disproportionate penalties for people who don't fit the system's default worker template. And then there's the thought of efficiency versus humanity, because defenders of bossware argue that it boosts productivity, reduces theft, and standardizes evaluation. They claim it's no different than having a manager walk the floor, just more efficient. But here's the flaw in that thinking. A human manager can spot nuance. They can recognize when an employee is having an off day or slowing down to prevent mistakes. They can exercise empathy. AI can't. And even if the data is accurate, the way it's used can be deeply damaging. Constant monitoring erodes trust, increases stress, and creates an atmosphere where every move feels like it's under a microscope. Studies on surveillance-heavy workplaces show higher turnover, lower morale, and a measurable drop in creative problem solving. Let's go further down the slippery slope, because once AI bossware becomes normal in factories, it's not a stretch to see it spread into offices, classrooms, or even public spaces. Your performance at school could be graded by facial engagement tracking. Retail staff could be ranked on customer interaction quality based on tone analysis. Gig workers could be deactivated by rideshare platforms based on a predictive risk score analysis that they never get to see. And here's the kicker. Once that data is collected, it doesn't stay in one place. There's a real possibility of the metrics following workers between jobs, creating an invisible AI credit score for employment that you can't appeal or erase, let alone see. So here's the choice ahead. AI snitching might sound dystopian, but it's not just a sci-fi warning. It's happening now, on street-level factory floors and inside the laptops of remote workers around the world. The question is not whether companies can use it. The question is whether we allow them to use it without limits. Do we push for transparency and the right to contest AI-made decisions and the protection of worker dignity? Or do we slide into a world where every human act is just a data point judged by an algorithm and filed away forever? Because if we don't ask these questions now, we might wake up to a future where number 17 isn't just a worker in a viral video, it's all of us. If you like what you heard, or if you have some comments, please like and subscribe and talk to me in the comments section.